And the best and the greatest day to be alive is today. And welcome to the Wise Hour. I'm your host, Jay Mullane, also known as Wise, where we be dropping 24 karat gold bars indeed. Family, I'm telling you, get your notepads, get your iPads, get your Samsung tablets, get pencil, crayons, whatever it is. I got a special guest star here that's going to help you feel convicted to grow. I mean, grow in a very positive way. This expert coach right here will teach you how to be confident and teach you how to move through this navigating thing we call life. Trust me, we need people like this. I need people like this. So guess what? We have this special coach today, and I want you guys to tune in. But before we do that, I need y'all guys to subscribe, hit the like button, and definitely share. Hey, we are a community here. And each and every time you share this out, leave a comment, it just helps push out the algorithm and get more people involved. And that's what we want. So family, I'm not going to hold you. So let's go.
At the Wise Hour, we break through the night, bringing knowledge fire, so hold on tight. Every episode, a story to unfold. We're turning every minute into gold.
All right, this is the place where we dropping 24 karat gold bars indeed. All right, Coach Tressa, how you doing today?
I'm amazing. Thank you for having me. I'm so glad to be here. This is different for me, being on the other side. So I'm up for it.
Hey, family, if you didn't, in case you didn't know, she got her own podcast she dropping 24 karat gold bars indeed, and she be out there interviewing and getting information for people. So it's a pleasure to get her on the other side of the chair this time, that I get a chance to ask a question. I met this amazing woman through the Deep in the Brand / Line Behavior Network, and those who have also seen the program, I had Nikki Sanders on here. This is Nikki. Of course, y'all guys know her, the content creator. And this woman had her on there before I did, and you should saw her interview. 24 karat gold bars indeed. So I'm so excited, and I feel so great to have this amazing coach, because I am convicted. I want to grow. And that's been a challenge with this economy, with everything going on in the world and life in general. And you have this special gift and talent to be able to empower men, especially women, because I know you focus a lot with women, but even as a man, you empower men and encourage men to move forward and feel like, you know what, I can move from this area to the next area of my life with confidence. So I'm so excited to have you. And I know I already spilled the beans a little bit about what you do, but in case the orange really don't know, you can tell the folks what your full name is and what do you actually do.
Yes. Well, thank you once again. Hi, everyone. My name is Coach Tressa Mans. That's assert backwards. So I always tell people, they're like, oh, how do you spell it? I was like, it's assert backwards. But I am a confidence coach and a business strategy coach, but I'm also a certified motivational speaker. I have been under the leadership coached by none other than Dr. Eric Thomas when I was in his Game Changer program. So it's such an honor to be a part of that. Like he just told you, I met him in the Lions behavior community. Shout out to Nikki Saunders. What's poppin'? But so a little bit about me. I have, as far as from the professional side, I have 20 plus years in the corporate leadership space, leadership, staffing, HR, recruiting, you name it, anything in the corporate sector. But a few years ago, I decided to take that leap of entrepreneurship and really truly move more towards my calling and my purpose, which was coaching and speaking. I still do some consulting to some of my clients today, such as on the talent acquisition side. But for the most part, your girl is out here helping people build their confidence, resilience, as well as for those who are starting out in their business, who are looking for a strategy to really, truly know who to target, how to target, and what they need to do. But it's all with confidence. And of course, the speaking part. I love to speak. That's my gift. That's my voice. My voice is my purpose. And anytime I can get a chance to motivate, inspire, empower, to elevate someone, whether it's me as an industry expert in my lane, from the corporate side, or just coming out and really empowering others that they too can be the best version of themselves.
Come on now, dropping 24 karat gold bars indeed. Oh, come on now, using that voice with a purpose. And I love that because and those who know me, y'all know me. Fam, y'all know me. If I could just hide in the corner and just give me some technology geek stuff, then I'm perfectly happy. But like I mentioned before, having a voice and using your voice is so powerful. And using your voice because there's always someone out there that can tune into the frequency that you have that will empower them to move forth in life. And this amazing coach right here, I tell you right there, she, like you said, she recognized her gift, she recognized her talent, and she is a bona fide speaker. And guess what? Before you leave here, I know y'all gonna be motivated, empowered. You know what I'm saying? Shouting and everything else above. But I digress.
Are you a speaker too?
Yes, I am.
Okay, come on, you would rather be behind the scenes. You better use
Oh boy.
stop playing.
Well, you don't know the whole story, so you know what I'm saying. So I'm a speaker now, but as I can be an introvert, as we know, like Nikki talked about a lot, in being an introvert. I'm an introvert, so I'd rather be in a back shot of being a producer. But see, don't switch this on me. You're not interviewing me, so but we won't answer. I'm gonna say this real quick. Being an introvert, I prefer to be in the corner, being a producer. But like I said, you learn in life that you have a voice, and everybody have a unique frequency, different tones and stuff that people can resonate with. And once I realized, and one of my closest friends, and I was telling him a mentor as well, Delano A. Johnson, and he mentioned that the spirit is in the voice, and in that voice resonate a spirit, and that spirit actually what we call connects to other spirits and will empower them to move forward in the good or bad. Now, there's two ways street on that, but I'd rather do it on the good side to empower somebody to do a positive thing in life. So that's now I'm gonna turn this around and we're gonna ask you some questions.
I'm ready.
All right, Coach Tressa, I'm gonna say this: the name "Convicted to Grow" is powerful. Can you share what personal conviction or life moment birthed this movement for you?
Yeah, so I've mentioned this briefly on my podcast, but I didn't go into it. But just for time's sake, I'll give you guys the short version of it. So, like I mentioned before, I've always been in corporate leadership, worked the 9 to 5, always been the go-getter. That 12-hour day, 14-hour days in corporate doing a daggone thing. And in 2022, I was at the highest of my career, and I was the president of talent acquisition, but I was burnt out, y'all. I was agitated, aggravated, frustrated, irritated, all those things. And I wasn't even motivated. Ooh, that rhyme.
Come on now.
But I was in all those things, and I decided to leave it was a lucrative salary, but it wasn't a lucrative salary because, again, I was working 14, 16-hour days, and I was a salary employee. But I say all to say that I took a leap of faith at that time, not knowing what was the next, not knowing what the future was going to hold, but I knew it was my time to leap. It was my time to go. And because here's the thing, burnout is real. A lot of times when we suffer from burnout, we can't create, we can't be great, we just can't be ourselves, and it affects us. And my health started declining, meaning that I started gaining weight and all these things. So took a leap of faith June, right? And as soon as I took a leap of faith and was doing the daggone thing, trying to go out there and do my coaching and consulting, then from that point on, I went through a series of grief. I lost my grandmother shortly after, and I knew that was coming. And then in July, I lost my uncle because they did a welfare check and died unexpectedly in his sleep. That hit me hard. But then in November the 8th, 2022 to be exact, I lost my fiance to a heart attack. I had to witness it. He pretty much collapsed in front of me. And from that point on, my life changed. My life changed because it was somebody I was going to marry. Had never been married, but I started questioning what was my why. The why. Why is this happening? Why? What's next? What is next for me? I went through a moment of grief from November the 8th, 2022, all the way up into May of 2023. I was low key depressed, low key going through anxiety. I was in isolation, just me and God. That was it, y'all. That was it. But I remember my birthday is May 31st. And on May 1st, 2023, that's when I was turning 45. And I remember one Saturday, 2 weeks prior to my birthday, I was just in a moment. I was crying. I was just like trying to figure out what was my next move. And I literally was just sitting there and I was writing, I was journaling, I was praying, talking to God. And I just remember saying, God, if you allow me to see 45, I promise you I'll be convicted to growing, convicted to changing, convicted to being a better version of myself until I become the best version of myself. What I meant by that was that I was so focused on, because of what I had went through with the previous year of dealing with the grief from family members, I was so focused on dying that I forgot what it took to live on purpose.
Ooh, come on now.
So with that point on, y'all, I was like, this is it. Convicted to grow. Convicted to grow. And it would just resonate with me. So I wrote it down. And soon after I wrote it down, I went and got the domain name. I went and got the LLC, the tax ID, and did all those things. In fact, I even submitted for my trademark. And just recently, February of this year, took 9 months, y'all, right?
9 months.
Took 9 months. And they finally gave me the approval to be officially trademarked. So Convicted to Grow is officially trademarked. We have the Convicted to Grow podcast. I'm wearing the Convicted to Grow merch. It's more than just a brand for me. It's a movement for me. It's a mindset for me. So once I became convicted to growing, then I had to be committed to growing.
You are watching The Wise Hour with Jay Mullane Wise.
You are watching The Wise Hour with Jay Mullane Wise.
You're watching The Wise Hour with Jay Mullane Wise.
You're listening to The Wise Hour with Jay Wise. Have you not subscribed? Have you not told somebody else? Are we not commenting? We're on The Wise Hour. What we doing?
Ooh, come on now. Say that one more time.
Once I became convicted to growing, that's when I had to become committed to growing. Because you can be convicted all day long, right? When you know better, you do better. But let's just be real. We are humans. Even when we know better, sometimes we don't do better. You know you don't supposed to be having that fried piece of chicken when you know you got high cholesterol, Tressa. But why are you taking it anyway? It's that taste. But once you are saying, I'm going to be committed to the growth, whatever your growth looks like, whether it's in relationships, career, business, your health and wellness, whatever growth that is, you got to be committed to that thing. And I always say that growth is a daily thing.
Come on now. 24 karat gold bars dropped indeed. All right, now I know y'all guys already been motivated. Y'all empowered. Sit down. I know y'all jumping around right now. Jump, because I'm about to jump. Sit down. Let's calm down for a second. That was the incredible testimony in the life journey. You never know what motivate a person until they share their story. And she just shared like I said, that was a brief story, but a very powerful testimony. Because the loss of your life, correct me, it was I think your grandmother, your uncle,
my uncle,
then your fiance. And that I know. And before y'all got married, and you say you never been married for it, so y'all planning, your fiance, and he died standing in front of you. That will take somebody down a pathway I only could imagine. But like you said, you spent time. You said you spent time with God. And you had to spend time with God to find, okay, out of this, there had to be a purpose. Out of this, there had to be a movement, something life-changing. That was life-changing to you, but it was a life-changing to a positive. A whole lot of people would take the negative and gave up on life. But what you did, even out of death, you found life. And you found how to give other people life through situations. So you are relatable, because a lot of people here have suffered death in their life, has suffered a loss in their life, and you can relate to them. Especially you have somebody you love and you have the great plans, but things shift. And you staying here with a smile on your face, happy go lucky. Because like I said, you check your podcast out, it's so energetic and it's so positive, it's so empowering. You know what I'm saying? It's no woesy me, but you real with it. You're real with it, but at the end, you feel motivated. You feel convicted to grow. Come on now. Now, let me go ahead and jump into this one right here. Now, I want to ask this right here. How did your early experience in leadership, since you talked about that, leadership or adversity shape your passion for empowering others?
Yeah. I always knew that I was different. I always knew I was a leader, just how I carried myself. Even in my early 20s, and again, I gave y'all my age. I'm 40 now, but even in my early 20s, even when I was working in, start my career in human resources, for example, I was one of the employees that didn't mind working over to help coverage. I didn't mind. The supervisor asked me, "Oh, do anybody want to volunteer and work a later shift? Or do anybody want to do this job fair?" I was one of them. And to others, it may look like, y'all know how it is. You look at some employees or, oh, they the teacher's pet or they just trying to kiss the bosses, whatever it is. It wasn't even about that for me. What it was that when I first started my career many years ago, back in 2004 in that industry, y'all, I'll keep it real with you. I started out at $13 an hour in 2004 in HR as an HR generalist. And I knew, and I always said this and has carried me to this day, my vision is bigger than my reality.
Ooh.
The reality is I was making a little bit of money. But the vision was that one day that I too will be able to have my own company. I too will be able to make six figures and be in a leadership role. I always saw that for myself, but I knew I had to be in my season of serving. So even as an employee, I don't look at it as a paycheck. I looked at it as this is my season to serve and learn. Because when I looked at the VPs and the directors and stuff, they immediately took and saw that. That's why it's so important when you work at a 9-to-5 that you look at it as a season to serve. You look at it as, oh, okay, yes, 5 o'clock is ready, time for me to go. No, it was about me showing up. And me showing up and showing out got others to recognize me, right? To recognize me. So when it was time for internal movement, guess who they had their eyes on, right? So it's so important. So I say that to say that I worked my way up from an HR generalist to a manager to recruiting to senior director to VP to president. I've had all those titles where I had a budget. I've helped companies make millions and millions of dollars and have that amount of money on me for a budget. Your little brown girl from Southern Virginia, you're like, yeah. And so when I got into that role, another thing that really made me feel that it was so important that as I climbed my way up the corporate ladder, even as a woman in leadership, as a Black woman in leadership, there were things that I had to, there was challenges. And meaning was I was in spaces that they didn't look like me, they didn't talk like me, and I didn't allow that to hinder what was inside of me, which is my KSA, my knowledge, my skills, and my ability. I had the ability to grow. I had the ability to learn. And the more I learn, the more I earn. So it matters to me today, even in my Conviction to Grow coaching business that I have. I do a lot of leadership development workshops as well as coaching, because especially women, and especially minority women, they don't have confidence to really truly position themselves in the boardroom and speak and hold themselves to a high regard, knowing that you're in that role because of your knowledge, your skills, and ability. Like, don't dummy down who you are because you feel like you're not like them. You're different for a reason, and use that uniqueness to shine while you're in the room.
Woo! Come on now. What my power cord is? I need to wrap my power cord. You know what it said? The band, when you wrap up the band and wrap up the cord and put on the shoulder and take it home. You know what I'm saying? It's time to go home, pal. Yeah, I'm good. How the folks, the old folks, I'm full. I'm full. I'm full. That was 24 karat gold bars dropped indeed. And I love the standpoint, the approach of it, as you saw a way to be able to help others. And how you help others is, first of all, you got to help yourself. How you help yourself is you being the best self when it comes to wherever it is. You said, I had to have a season of serving. and I had to learn how to serve. Before you get to the great positions, you need to have a season where you learn. And when you learn how to serve. And the best leaders are the ones who learn how to serve.
Yeah.
And so when you came, so as you being a leader now, and you actually leading others and you cultivating them to actually have confidence in leadership, and they grow in their own brands and how they work in corporate space or in their business, you went through the process. You went through the process. And people don't skip the process. It's there for a reason. Life is a process. You know what I'm saying? If whoever plant a garden and stuff, you have a seed, and you plant it, immediately the next day it's not a plant there, it's not a tree there. It had to go through its stages of process. And that's the same thing with us in life. We got to go through the process where things you get a seed, you had to bury it. After they bury it, it's gone for a while, but it's growing roots, it's sprouting and stuff. Then sooner or later, the stem will come up. It might rain, it might have winds and storms and stuff, but based off the root and the foundation of the thing is how it lasts. And you have a great foundation. That's what I love about that. Come on now. Don't you start anything. You about to start something gonna be another up in here. All right now. Let's go. Got another one. I want to ask this word because you use this word a lot. You use this word growth. So what does growth means to you when it comes to being birthed from pain?
Birth from pain. Oh my gosh. I feel like just based on the things I've been through in life in general, but even recent things that I shared earlier, sometimes the growth comes. I feel like my most creative side came out of pain. I look back. This is the crazy thing. I look back at everything I've been doing prior to the November 8th, 2022 date. Prior to that, y'all, I was successful in what I did. I didn't coach. I did do speaking, but it was very minimal. It was just stuff like testimonies or doing stuff for churches. But on the magnitude I'm doing it now, I wasn't doing it. When I went through what I went through, the growth was that everyday growth was a daily thing, and it took steps. It took a disciplined mindset. It took for me to really truly speak to myself. I used the power of words. I tell people back in the day, you talk to yourself, people think you're crazy. They'll say, "Oh, she crazy. She talking to herself." What I've learned in my growth journey, talking to myself saved my life, because even in my isolation season, I didn't have to wait for a motivator or a pastor or a mentor or somebody. There was nobody around to speak to me. So when I learned that the words that come out of my mouth holds value, it's anointing, I learned how to get in front of the mirror every morning and speak life back to myself. Even in my darkest hours, and would tell myself, Tressa, I am confident. I am beautiful. I am healthy. I am healed. I am destined for greatness. I got what it takes to win. I am greater than. I am a multimillionaire. Time just ain't caught up with me yet, but I speak those things as though they were. And the more I kept speaking to my subconscious mind, the more I believed that I can. I was that little engine that think they could. She knew she could. And so I'm at a season. The reason why I talk about the growth journey is that don't allow your setbacks to keep you from your comeback. Don't allow failures or the lessons that you feel of guilt, shame, embarrassment to keep you from growing. Right? I look at it real quick. This analogy, I looked at it like when I got ready to quit my corporate job and making a lot of money at the time. I was that plant. I used to have a plant downstairs. That plant was one of those running vines. You know how those running vines are. But
yes, I know.
Pot for years. Eventually, the plant stopped growing. I kept watering it. I kept giving it light. The plant stopped growing. I couldn't figure out, why is this plant not growing? I had to do a little research. What I found out was that plant needed to be repotted into a big plant. Why? Because the roots inside the pot had intertwined and balled up that it couldn't grow no more. It was suffocating. That's how I was. Some of you guys right now are suffocating. Your everything that you got going on, you're suffocating. You don't have a chance to grow. And here's the thing. It's going to be a season in your life that you got to repot to a bigger environment, to a different environment. You want to grow, but you complacent, and so you're stuck. But I want you to take us like that plant. Once I repotted that plant into a bigger pot, it had to adjust. It was uncomfortable, but once it got into that bigger pot, the roots, the gifts, aka started stretching out to that pot to start conforming. And it started conforming to the place where damn transformation is taking place. So I encourage you that don't allow the setbacks to hinder you from your comeback.
Ooh, come on now. Oh man.
I don't know what
I'm
I be
full
saying.
I'm full. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I flow like that too. I flow like that, and when it comes, and but I tell you right now, like the scripture calls a mighty rushing wind. You know what I'm saying? It just come out there. When it comes, it just push you over. And the thing is, you know what I'm saying, and that's some good stuff right there, especially when you gave a parable. That was a parable. What you did is you gave a information based off of the story, and the story is like in y'all see in nature. She told you, and she had this plant. She had this plant, and this part. I don't know what it's called. Is it a spotted plant? I don't know. I did with the vines that come out of it like that.
Yeah.
So, but it comes out. But when she said it stopped growing, and she couldn't figure out why. Because in the root of the matter, you know, bring it back to the roots, right? Bring it to the root of the matter. The roots stop growing. They ain't have no space to grow. And you know what I'm saying? So the foundation of the plant could not increase. So therefore, the abundance of the plant could not increase. So you had to change the environment. You know, so we teach it here. So you had to change your environment. You had to replant. You had to take something out and put it in another place where it can grow. And sometimes what will happen in life, we get stuck in places and environment that won't allow us to grow. And we had to realize we have to uproot and go to a different environment and be planted in a place where our roots can grow, so we can establish that foundation so the rest of the plant can grow. And that's with us in life. And she just, man, I'll tell you. See, she just started something, family. And that was saying, have you no paths? Y'all should be writing, you know, other than jumping them down in joy. Writing stuff down, because that's how we in life. And this what made her so powerful as a speaker and a coach, because when it comes out, it motivates you and you start seeing how you can be stuck in life. It's the foundation of the thing. Understand, underline, not the bigger thing that you see in the public stuff. What is the root? What's the root of the matter? Where are you stuck at? What's the root? What's causing your roots to be stuck? What causing that foundation in life to be stuck? And once you understand that, then place it in the environment where it can grow, so the rest of you can grow as well. All right, now I'm gonna go to the next thing. Because you're a big person to talk about confidence. Your word is built being our confidence. So confidence can feel like a distant dream for folks, right? And they can, and when, especially when life knocked them down. What are the first steps to rebuilding it from ground zero?
Well, one, I would say be honest with yourself. Acknowledge what caused you to get to that place. Like, you know, it's okay. Like, for example, when I went through what I went through, I had to acknowledge that this was a season of me dealing with grief and being depressed and having anxiety and having weight gain and not feeling my best. I didn't feel confident of none of that, but I had to acknowledge the current state that I was in. That was number one. Two, I started having to have more compassion for myself. A lot of times we're not compassionate on ourselves. We're so hard on ourselves. We beat ourselves up over just everything that's going on in our life, and it's not fair. You matter. Your mental matter, your emotional, your physical, your spiritual, all that matters. And so it's so important that you have compassion and grace for yourself. Life is too short to beat yourself up over things that was in the past. I always said you can't change your past, but you can change your position and your perspective. And so therefore, I had to understand that building confidence, it took time. And how did I build my confidence? Steps. It was repetition. It was the daily grind of gratitude, being grateful that I was able to wake up every morning. It was the daily affirmations, speaking life to myself until I started believing I could become what I was saying I was becoming. It was getting around other like-minded people. I always say in this season, my assignment is in my alignment. So God, I need you to position me right? To where I need to be in this season. Because right now I'm in a season of isolation. Because one of the things that we'll go through, you'll go through something, you'll find out very quickly who they're for you, who's not. And you'll lose people
Facts.
along the way. It's okay to outgrow people. I outgrew people and I couldn't understand. And when I made my bold move and my shift and pivot to move from Virginia to Maryland, I had to start over, y'all. I had to rebuild some things, starting over. So when y'all see me now on the social media, I don't look like what I've been through. I don't look like it. Like inside right now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Internally right now, I'm full. It's an emotion inside that I can't even explain. Probably when we get off, I'm gonna go downstairs, start praying and shouting for joy, because the fact that I'm able to talk about this thing without getting so emotional. Because here's the thing, I celebrate this growth. I had to learn how to be my own coach, my own cheerleader, how to celebrate the small wins. Tressa, look at you. You're not where you used to be, but that propelled you to where you are today. Your story is going to inspire others. So I encourage you, don't be afraid. Don't be embarrassed about your story. It's going to serve as a testimony. And so the confidence, I'm so hung up about confidence, because when I used to deal with clients, when I was doing career coaching back in the day, but even now with business strategy, I can give you all the strategy in the world. And this is for my entrepreneurs. I can give you all the strategy, but you're still not confident to showing up like this. You're still not confident really speaking who you are and being proud of who you are, whether it's your business or in your professional career.
Leaders don't wait for change, they create it. Champions don't walk alone, they stand together in faith in this great collaboration. This is your invitation to the Leaders Live Generously Prayer Breakfast of Champions, a gathering of visionaries, believers, and world changers. Where? I'm telling you, 32747 Grand Travis, August 30th, 2025 at 9:30 a.m. It will be a morning of revelation, restoration, and renewed strength. Isaiah 40:31 says, "But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They'll mount up with wings as eagles." You know it's your time to soar. I need you to come expecting divine encounters, prophetic impartation, kingdom connections that will shift your life forever. Don't miss this moment with destiny, because when leaders pray, heavens move. I want to see you there. Click now on the link. This is Dr. Prophet Anthony Shannon signing out. I'll see you in the place.
There are people right now that deal with what you call imposter syndrome. I used to deal with imposter syndrome. I didn't feel like I was worthy enough. I didn't feel like I was good enough. In fact, I'm thinking like people judging me. They see grief over my face. They see my past failures. But once I realized, and again, it took some work to do. It took hard work, but also took heart work. I also went to therapy. I did 10 months weekly therapy. I'm not against therapy. That's helped me save myself as well. But I did a lot on my own, really, truly journaling and really looking at life. I don't want to just live just to be living. I want to live on purpose. So God, while I'm here on God's green earth, allow me to maximize the time and recognize that I have a purpose to finish what I started. Why? Because my vision is bigger than my reality.
Her vision is bigger than her reality. Come on now. 24 karat gold bars dropped indeed. And I mean indeed. Come on now. Woo-wee. All right, family. If you are just tuning in just now or something like that, I will encourage you, finish watching this part of the show, but go back and watch this from the beginning, because she just lay a lot of gold bars that actually form the gold driveway, and already got the gold foundation of the house up. Now, I read the sides coming up right now. We getting ready to put on the roof soon. So you know what I'm saying? We're going to have this side of gold mansion. Don't bump the house. This side of gold mansion you about to be built up in here. Because right now, I tell you, man, I want to stay in this house forever, because this thing is true value right there. Come on now. And since you talk about the business and stuff like that, I'm going to throw this out here real quick, because I know you got an answer for this one. You work with women. That way you said it. I work with women. I know you also coaches help us man folks too, but I know you specialize with women. So since you work with women and small businesses, how do you help them move from feeling stuck to becoming bold decision makers?
Oh God, that's a good. That is definitely a great question. A lot of times I meet. First of all, I meet them where they at, and most of my clients that I'm coaching are what you call the hybrid. It's the
Okay.
corporate professional. They're working a 9 to 5, and they so frustrated. They're ready to quit their job. They're ready to make the leap. They have their side entrepreneurship business on the side, and they really want to make it flourish so they can quit their 9 to 5 one day. Well, here's the thing. I tell people back in the day, it was a little bit easier to do. Today, with the uncertainty of what's going on in the world and eggs $18, like you want to make sure your ducks in a row before you just make that leap. But here's the thing. One of the things that I see is you got to be committed to it. You got to get, you said something earlier. I don't know if you said it while we was recording or before we started recording. You got to embrace the process of this journey. You know, a lot of people want the promise, but don't want to go through the process. Reason why I have been successful, whether it was my weight loss journey, just building this brand, I fell in love with the process of seeing this thing happen. And a lot of times, in order for you to be bold and really truly go into this business of yours that you've been called to do, whether it's a product based or a service based, you got to be bold with it. You can't look at this business as a hobby. Oh, I don't feel like doing it today. I don't feel like promoting today. I don't feel like doing content today because I'm tired. And I get it. Your self-care is the best care. And I get it. You got to take care of yourself. But you got to don't forget your why. Sometimes you got to make the bold decision to say, you know what, I'm going to sacrifice. I ain't going to be able to go out this weekend with the girls and go to brunch. I can't go to brunch this weekend. I can't go to happy hour this week. I can't go certain things because I got to be committed to this thing. And so if you really serious about entrepreneurship and really truly taking your business to the next level, you got to be committed and disciplined to say, you know what, I'm going to take the necessary steps. At least I'm taking steps versus not taking anything at all. Because one of the things I also see is the comparison. Don't let the social media fool you. You see everybody else on the gram, on the Facebook, the TikTok, and everywhere, they thriving, right? But here's the thing. Y'all don't know what that person have endured. The blood, the sweat, and tears. You see my Facebook, or my social media now, and you see me speaking at all these different stages. Y'all see me like now, I've gotten 6 engagements so far this year, and I got 6 more for this month and 2 more for May. And God's been over and over again. But here's the thing, y'all. Listen, behind the scenes, your girl, listen, I went through some things, but I didn't give up on my vision. That's why I wear my brand proudly. You are the CEO of your brand, not just chief executive officer, but you're the creative executive officer. You got to believe in that thing. I tell you, even if you ain't made money in your business yet, go out here and at least start wearing the brand. You wear it like it's a multi-million-dollar brand. Because if you don't see it as that, you can't expect others to buy into it.
Ooh. Did she just lay it out for y'all, everybody? She just laid it out. I was about to take the cord, but I had to unwrap it and plug it back in real quick. Woo! Come on now. I was about to take that thing home, but I think I need to stop and catch more of this good stuff right now because that was gold. Family, you family. Come on now. We can do this. And the thing is, you're talking about the 9 to 5 and stuff, but you have to make decisions. You have to make choices that you're going to move, and you have to believe. First of all, it's come about by belief. So, and yes, things ain't gonna be easy. Everything will be cut and dry. Everybody be doing it. Yeah. But you have to find, as she mentioned before, a purpose in life purpose. And if you have a 9 to 5 that you're tired of and stuff, I am still in the corporate space. I do dual roles. I'm blessed enough to be in the corporate space, to be in the VP of production operations, doing things like that. And I love it because it actually allowed me to engage with people around the world. So I still love it. It's still what I went to school for and all my life and doing with that. So I love it. But at the same time, I have a dual role as also having me a company that I use to actually show people how to be creative in community, but also teach people how to. So that's my gift, is being a teacher. So with that being said, I learned how to govern it. But guess what? I had to follow the process. Is I want this to work. What am I willing to give up to make sure this actually come to pass? So you have to make decisions. Oh, I might have to turn down this play. Oh, maybe I don't want to buy the pair of Jordans this time. Maybe I don't need to go out to the fancy restaurant because I need to spend this extra time. Maybe I don't need, it's kind of hard because the NBA playoff seasons are coming. But, you got to turn down maybe 1 or 2 of them playoff games so you can be able to focus on your brand. And the thing is, because you know the result of it, because you believe this thing going to make it. It's all based off belief, and you put in the work so it come to pass. Okay, you start something on, start taking the cord and start wrapping it back up again.
If you ever need me to come back, I can always come back. Like, we family now, man.
Oh no. See, you already messed up when you came on the show the first time. So since you came on the show the first time, when we need to talk about confidence, being bold, getting our stuff, being unstuck, getting our stuff, be focused, I'm knocking on your digital door.
I got you. And when the book get released, I'm gonna be coming calling you. And y'all,
and family, you heard that? You heard that? She said book release, so we want to keep her accountable for that amazing book that's going to be out, that's going to bless the world. Because journaling is one thing when you do in private, but when you publicate, when you go and publish something for the publish, that means for the publicity, it change generations. You hear what I just said? It will change generations. So we want you to change generations with that publishing of that book. So we're going to keep you, and this community will keep you accountable as well, because all that can stay up in that brain right there. You know what I'm saying? And then you give a little taste, something gets all amped up. I'm about to wrap up and go home, and take the thing home, but I can't now because I got to unwrap this stuff, and I got to finish putting a gold roof on this house. So with that being said, let's go ahead and drop in this. We're going to put this gold roof on right now. You say everyone has the potential to flourish. What do you say to someone who had given up on their dreams?
I would say, if someone who said, I just gave up, I would say there's still more into you. Don't you give up on your dreams. Don't you give up on your purpose. You have a purpose to finish what you started. It may not look like based on your current situation, but you keep going. And I know you may say, oh, trust is easier said than done. You're right. I challenge you, get into a community. Communities are everything. I mean, it's life. I'm telling you, whether it's a accountability community, whether it's a community of people that's like-minded with the same interests as you, but you have a purpose. You are gifted and talented. We all have gifts. I don't care if it's 1 gift, 8 gifts, or 10 gifts. You operate to the best of your ability. And I'm telling you, here's the thing. They say energy is not destroyed, it's transferred.
Come on now.
At what's around you. Because a lot of times when we don't have that someone that's replenishing our energy, right? When we get on low sale, it's easy just to die out, right? Ooh. You are at a season of a low sale, you got to get around people that can help charge you back up, and that it can inspire you and motivate you. Because I'm telling you, what took for me was to get back into this thing. Honestly, I got into communities. And, of course, I was in the UOU community spiritually with ET, but I got into the next level speakers community of other speakers at that time. They didn't know I was going through grief, but just the energy of seeing other speakers being successful made me be like, wow, I can do this. And once I did it, baby, I took the training wheels off. I took the training wheels and I kept going. And here's the thing. You have a purpose. I want to reiterate, you have a purpose. I want you to start looking at your life differently. Matter of fact, and I'll end the plane with this. I want you to tell yourself, I am famous. I said this on the last episode.
I am famous.
I am famous. And you're going to be like, no, I'm not. I ain't got no money like that. I'm not. Here's the thing. You're famous in your own right. You're famous in your own lane. FAMOUS. You are famous. You know why you're famous? F, stay focused on your goals. Stay focused on your vision. A, accept and acknowledge change to grow. You can't expect results if there's no change. M, make strategic, smart, but silent moves. Everybody don't need to know your next move. Sometimes it's between just you and God until you're ready to pop out and show them. O, always operate in your purpose, operate in your gifts. Why? Because he makes room for those. You understand that you have a purpose to finish what you started, so you can't give up on it. S, strive to be a better version of yourself until you become the best version of yourself. Your best, whatever your best looks like. Maybe it's getting rid of addiction. Maybe it's getting rid of toxic behavior and toxic relationships. Maybe it's getting away from that dead-end job that you've been on for years, but you've been so complacent and you just scared to make that bold move to shift and pivot into something new. New directions equals new beginnings. Remember this, PPP, your passion aligned up with God's purpose equals prosperity. And if you out with those things and always believe in that, and the frameworks I just gave you guys, if you write those down, stay prayed up, meditate, stay connected with the right people. And I promise you, when you're being convicted to grow, you're being committed to grow, baby, ain't nothing but great things happening.
Come on, family. 24 karat gold bars dropped in D. I am famous. All right, let me say it one more time. I am famous. Come on now, family. I want y'all to say it out there in the listening audience. I am famous. Come on now. And she broke it down. In case you missed the definition, just go ahead, hit back. After you finish the show, go back and hit the replay and watch this one more time.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, come on now. I got 2 more questions for you. Then we're going to finish nailing on this gold roof on this amazing mansion right here. So let me go ahead and throw this one right here. What is one tool or mindset shift that you believe can change someone's life instantly?
Oh, God. The mindset shift is, one, building a disciplined mindset. It starts with the mindset first, right? I looked at that, like I said, y'all know, and I'm telling my age, but back in the day, that little blue engine, right? Going up the hill, he kept saying, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. You got to tell yourself when you get ready to start something, I think I can do this. You keep saying it over and over and over. I think I can, I think I can, until you say, I know I can. Here's the thing. When I didn't really know I could, I had to tell myself, I think I can. Trust me, I think you can do this. I think you can get on stage and talk to people and talk to HR leaders that are in these C-level suites about strategy and how to attract and retain top talent. I think I can do this. And when I got a taste of my first one, baby, I said, I know I can. I know I can do this. This is part of my purpose. This is part of my gifts. And so I encourage you, it starts with the mindset. Once you believe that you can do it and achieve it, then you start putting the reps in. Too much is given, too much is required. You can't just think it and not put no work in. You got to do the thing too. And it takes small steps. Celebrate the small steps along the way. So definitely with the mindset. And then in tools, like I said, use affirmations, daily affirmations to speak life back into yourself. I'm telling you, and say it out loud. Don't just read affirmations. You got to say it out loud, because you got to believe your words, your voice can come back to life, to go back to you and be like, girl, wow, you did that. You bet, have pep talks to yourself. So yeah.
Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Affirmations, reframing them with yourself by talking out verbally to yourself. It's something about hearing the audible voice, and that voice resonates. Yeah. Even your own voice resonates with you. It do something to your spirit when you come out and you actually speak life to yourself. The tongue and the method, using the power of the tongue, is not just for others, it's also for you.
Yes.
You can speak life to yourself. And she chose to speak life to herself in her dire situations in life. And now she's in the place where she motivates and encourages other leaders in their businesses, their relationships, their families, all above, to be able to speak life to their situation to move forward. And you can do that too, family. All right. I got one more question. It wouldn't be the wise hour unless I ask this question. Define the word life, and what do life means to you?
Life. Like I say when I close out on my podcast, I say, life is a journey. Life is priceless. And to some, life is short. But while you're here on God's green earth, you recognize who you are. You maximize the time that you're given because you only get 24 hours of the day. So you maximize it. You be strategic with it, right? But while you're here, enjoy life, live, laugh, love. So don't cheat on your gift. Don't cheat on your calling. Get connected with the right people so you can live the life that you so deserve. We all deserve to be happy. We all deserve to have the desires or to his will of our heart, right? But live life on purpose. You have a purpose. Don't just live just to be living. And guess what? We can't look at tomorrow, yesterday. Be in the present now. Right now. Be in the present right now. Embrace this day. Embrace this hour. Embrace the minute and down to the millisecond. Embrace it and maximize it. So yeah.
All right, family, maximize it. Embrace the moments. You know what I'm saying? This is a journey, family. I love the way your approach is, and I love the way you do it. Before we go ahead and wrap up this podcast, how can people get in contact with you?
Yes. So listen, make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at Coach Tressa. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. TikTok is one of my biggest followers. I do go live over there. Also, please make sure you follow me on YouTube. I have my channel is called Convicted to Grow, where I do the podcast each and every week to talk about growth journey and resilience. And trust me, we're going to get Jay Wise on there too. So y'all stay tuned, But yes, make sure y'all follow me there. And if you want to book me as a speaker and things like that, you can also go to my website at tressamans.com or coachtressa.com. But either way, hit me up on the social media and say, hey, I want you to come speak to my organization. I'll come speak to leaders, schools, women groups. I got you.
And she got you. And that's a fact. Hey. 24 karat gold ball drop indeed. Thank you for coming on. And yes, I will be on your platform as well. We going, like I said, you're already welcome to the family. So anytime when a certain situation and certain question come up, I am knocking on your door and say, hey, I need you on back on this Wise Hour to go ahead and address some situations so the people can be convicted to grow. So thank you for coming on, and we're looking forward to see you on the next Wise Hour, okay?
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Appreciate you.
Family, what's that? 24 karat gold bars dropped indeed. Come on. Coach Tressa, she just go ahead and just lay it out for you. I am famous, and guess what? You are famous too. So make sure you say that each and every day, and remember the principles and line that she laid out for that as well. Remember that the standpoint of you not growing. Maybe your roots are getting suffocated. They didn't have no room to grow, so you might have to shift and get in a different environment so you can be able to grow. I mean, she gave so many things. It would definitely change your life. So family, definitely tune in to it next time. Family, also beware. I have a merch line. That's the way to support the channel. Go to this link right here and you'll be able to support the channel in that way. Thank you for each and every person who bought a shirt, t-shirt, and all the things. More merch to come. So thank you. All right, family. Love is an action word. While you're taking the time to love yourself, make sure you show love to someone else. Family, we see you next time on the Wise Hour. Take care and peace.
Woke up in the morning, sunshine on my face, feeling all the glory in this time and place. Ready for the moment, gonna take my chance. Every step I'm moving, feeling like a dance. The best and greatest day to be alive is today. Living in every way, the best and greatest day. Heart is full of fire, mind is set to go. Rising ever higher, let the rhythm flow. sunshine on my face, feeling all the glory in this time and place. Ready for the moment, gonna take my chance. Every step I'm moving, feeling like a dance.